Okay, this is take two of Church Without Walls. I initially tried to go live on Facebook, and it worked pretty cool, except for I got censored within 2 minutes and the whole thing came down. Then I wrote a little note about the fact I've been censored. Pretty cool, but it got censored. So my comment about being censored got censored, and my first original video called When You Jump, make sure when you go into the pond to make a big splash. So this is Big Splash 2, but I'm recording it this time, and I'm going to see if I can put it at Church Without Walls under When You Jump, be sure to make a big splash, and also on Facebook. With that being said, tonight here's our subject material, and the fantastic taco something or another, fajita, I don't know what it is. Okay. We're going to talk about perception, propaganda, misinformation, and the impact of that on, I think, my generation all the way up to the millennials, probably so much more before that, but it's astronomical. And all I can tell you is nothing, ladies and gentlemen, is what it seems. So with that, let's just say we're going to dive right in and jump, and we're going to make a big splash here tonight. We're going to do it in sections because there's only so much of Alex going into the rabbit hole you can stand until you go, what the hell? So, topic number one of what the hell. Let's start with about the Kennedys. We all know that they got whacked. Why'd they get whacked? There's at least 7 or 8 sub-theories regarding this, but any tributary that you explore, if you dial back to the big lens of where we're headed from the book of Revelations and what you see all around you with Agenda 21, the United Nations ushering in the New World Order, and the parallel track between the Bible and the political is pretty undeniable. Why else would you really want a New World Order? And why else would you really want to reduce the United States to a third world country? Unless, of course, you're following the edicts of Agenda 21 to reduce the United States according to the people in charge, the top 10% or 1 to 10%, depending upon who you're listening to. Now, who would be some of the players of that? Well, you have the elite of the world, the ultra haves, and would be perceived of the ultra have-nots, and the intellectual vibe on that, even from the Atlantic magazine, as far back as when I was 27 or so, and I'm about 60 now. Even then, they were talking about a need for purging the world of up to 80 or 90% of the people, or we would topple over, which I think from a demagogic, totalitarianistic point of view, you really only need about 10 or 15% of the world population to be your serfs. So you pretty much have to wipe out all the rest. You can't really do it quickly, so you have to poison the water with fluoride and chemicals. You have to put chemtrails in the air. You have to put GMO in the food. You have to mix stuff in the vaccines, and just retract back helpful events in medicine. And they'll die off quite nicely in order. Henry Kissinger talked about using food as a weapon. The guy's a complete bastard, really. So let's go into the hallmark of bastardom. Let's see, who are some of our favorite bastards? All right, well, we've got the Clintons, and we've got the Bushes and the CIA, and these guys were hauling in more cocaine, guns, and money than all of the mafias in the world. They had the CIA guarding a little town in Arkansas that Bill Clinton and his wife were running scams of real estate and cocaine and whores, and both of them are bisexual, and Bill's a pedophile. Surprise, 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 surprise. And of course, your tax dollars hard at work. We have the state police and the CIA keeping a barrier so that we can't actually see what's going on. But it leaks out because a lot of the God-fearing police officers and state police officers, which again, all this is out there. You get firsthand testimony from several people. Two people giving you the same account is considered a fact in a court of law. So you might want to take a look. And the endless trails of murders that are behind the gangsters, the Clintons, which have murdered anybody that's gotten close to their scandals of sex, cocaine, real estate, money laundering. If you take a look at these yahoos that came out of Arkansas, and they can't stand where they came from and morphed into these giant 501c frauds of their tax and FBI-proof investigation group that launders money all around the world for political pay-for-play. Holy Lord, what are these people not done? Getting back to Arkansas, you have children observing these drops. These kids get whacked. Then the people flying the missions, they get whacked. And then we're not to mention the fact having all these illegal, unsanctioned wars, funding Noriega, the Sandinistas, and on and on and on with all this Fast and Furious money and the cocaine money. And you know, they actually would prosecute drug dealers that were not selling Clinton cocaine. It's hilarious, man, and give them huge jail sentences while their cocaine guys got away with it. And then, oh my God, all the guns are gone, all the fabulous exotic guns that are fully automatic with, you know, zillions of rounds and guns that you can't buy anywhere legally. And they get dropped in cases in the hood, and people that have done 12-step programs and come out of that lifestyle talk about these exotic guns. And when they tried to buy them legally, people looked at them like they had 8 heads because they were dropped in the area, while the gun grabbing guys are going, oh, look at all the guns causing the trouble. Yeah, because you put all the guns there causing all the trouble. And when a dictator is about ready to kill you or murder you, they do just like they did Mussolini or Stalin or Hitler. Give us your guns, the government will take care of you. Manipulate the economy, full speed ahead, bring it back, full steam ahead, bring it back, bring a collapse, make you dependent upon the government. And then they stage political riots. So this is all being done right now. It's being done by the puppet Obama. It's being done by Clinton and all their hoods. Nothing in this world is what it seems. And oh my Lord, now we have the Statue of Liberty. What could be wrong with the Statue of Liberty? Well, let's see, the French sculptor that went to Egypt to get inspired, everything was big. He happened to notice the sun god. It happens to look exactly like the Statue of Liberty with the 7 rays coming out of its head for 7 continents, for the big torch up in the hand and all that. And really, that's the sun god. If you take a look again, you'll see it's all out there. The French sculptor was also a salesman. We were the second people that were offered this great deal, and they couldn't raise money for it, so it went to the common people. So now we have this giant statue out in the harbor, which is a sun god, and men used to cut off their weenies to be transgendered, to become a female, to emulate the statue, which now we have a gigantic transgender in our harbor for over a year as a hive place, shooting that spirit over the nation. And now what do we got? We got transgender is being pushed on us as the new norm. And just before Joan Rivers was assassinated, they said, oh, Joan, when do you think we'll see the first gay president? And she said, well, we already have a gay, Obama is gay and a Muslim, down low. And that the first lady, Michael Michelle, is the first tranny. So, big splash, big splash, big splash. Look it up. It's all there. Until then, God bless you and welcome to Church Without Walls. This is also known as when you're going to jump, make a big splash. Oh, and by the way, the Federal Reserve is neither Federal or Reserve. It's a group of collected bankers that are printing money out of what we don't know. It's not backed by anything. Oh my God. And they sell it to us, so already we're in debt when we start. And then they pull it all over the place, sink it all over the place, devalue it all over the place. Our founding father says, I care not who appears to be in power, the government or the military. Whoever controls money controls really the government. Actually, I think that was the Rockefellers that said that, but the founding fathers also had things to say about that. So again, my motto is, don't believe me, it's all out there. Look it up, and don't forget to read your Bible and your Constitution. All right, bye-bye.